And now joining us is our guest from Al-Ahram, the managing editor, Ashraf Al-Ashri, joining us from Cairo. Please tell us your reaction to the Egyptian statement in response to Netanyahu's claims regarding the Rafah border crossing.
Definitely, this decision is a highly respected decision in the Arab world because this is a new stage of unity between the Arab countries. And this vision between Saudi Arabia and Egypt reflects that we are standing with Palestine because we need to consider that Palestinians cannot find any party that support them, and Egypt tries so hard to stand against the genocide and the terrible actions against the Palestinians. We understand that Benjamin Netanyahu has his own agenda to have or to occupy the West Bank and Gaza Strip. They are trying, the Israeli occupation forces try so hard to evacuate people and to let them be refugees. They try to convince the Arab countries to host Palestinian refugees. And through this decision, we are proposing a direct message that this will never happen at all. We are having a unity between the Arab countries that we will never accept the displacement of Palestinian people from their own lands, and this is what we need to understand through this decision. So we need to consider that the Palestinians and the famine, starvation that they are suffering from will end through this unity.
Okay, and the Arab League, of course, has adopted the Egyptian-Saudi resolution for security and cooperation. What does this mean for the region?
Actually, this decision between Saudi Arabia and Egypt will urge all the Arab countries to propose a direct message for the Israeli occupation forces. We need to be together to stand against what is happening. We might have or practice pressure on Netanyahu to stop this war, to convince him that we need a ceasefire as soon as possible. As Egypt suggested before, to have a ceasefire for 60 days. Now the Arab countries sees that Egypt and Saudi Arabia stands together. This will encourage them to stand together and to practice pressure on Israel. They need to stop the relations with Israel because if they stop to trade with them or to have economic development with them, this will be pressure. Also, we can practice pressure on U.S. administration because if we stop the relations with the U.S. for a while, this will be an actual action that we can apply on reality. That's what we need, and that's what we can understand from the resolution of the Arab League and the cooperation between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. This is a new stage for us, and we need to consider this, and we need to respect this, and to reach Arab unity.
Okay, and what is your view on Egypt's role in facilitating or trying to facilitate the entry of aid into the Gaza Strip?
We know that Egypt tries so hard since the 7th of October and since the beginning of this war to facilitate delivery the aids and the humanitarian aids. Now they have announced that there is a famine and starvation in Gaza Strip. We need to act as soon as possible. We are standing in Rafah crossing trying so hard to deal with all the obstacles, all the challenges to facilitate the medical care and the humanitarian aid for the people. Children are dying out of death. Actually, I do not understand why other states do not deal with the situation exactly like Egypt, but what I can understand is that Egypt will never let Palestinians down. They will never accept that Palestinian people die out of starvation, out of famine, out of killing. We cannot accept this even as a human beings. And I hope that all the states will take the same situation. Actually, we need to be also grateful that Egypt is standing as a strong party here and will never let Palestine down. That's what we can see since the first day, the very first day of the war. Also, Egypt not just to try to facilitate the delivery of aid. They are trying to start negotiation and to end this war and to reach a ceasefire. That's what we can see from Egypt as a state, as a powerful state. We are seeing initiative from our side to end this war and to reach to a ceasefire that will end the suffering of the Palestinian people who are living there.